the good that came out of the bad. I have a mental health issue, and I've had 2 mental illness episodes. The first was in 1984. The second was in 2011. These recoveries have made me realize I'm actually 2 people, Cheryl well and Cheryl unwell. For the most part, I'm treated 2 distinctly different ways by society based on the state of my mental health and how on any given day I emerge. When my illness is visible, I am mocked and ridiculed by some and called the crazy name. As my counselor, the most important thing my psychiatrist did for me was laugh at all the right times and not laugh at the wrong times. It was clear my suffering was no source of humor or comedy for her. I'd even go as far as to say she taught and instilled in me a deep respect for any person suffering. Ironically, there is good in the bad. Horrendous experiences I have lived were enormously helpful to others dealing with their own version of horrendous. In my mental health career, I've seen people evolve, change, and grow through the discipline of peer support. I've seen someone usually timid and afraid initially turn complimentary and expressive with a growing confidence. One client ended her discussion with me saying, "I love you, Cheryl." Watching her incredible progress, who wouldn't be honored by her parting expression? I offer you at this point my poem now. My friends call it Cheryl's mental health poem. Now I've forgiven myself my human vulnerability. Within my mind, the uncertainties are like multidimensional objects, and I am pressed for time. When words fly, reactions are fast. Considerate words I've heard from another room, I repeat calmly to myself like prayers. Sometimes I feel I will fly, but I fall instead. Sometimes I feel I will fall, but I fly instead. Better to embrace my illusions, my delusions, my conclusions, and other psychoses. Important to stay in touch with life's contradictions, I being one of them. I wrote and presented 10 speeches in my 2011 recovery. One speech was called, "Will There Really Be a Morning?" The title I took from a book of the same name by the American Francis Farmer. In this speech, I addressed mental illness and the mocking some directed toward me. I also described the enormous suffering involved in a mental illness episode. After the concluding applause, a woman approached the podium. She said, "Cheryl, I was one of those people. I used to ridicule people with mental health issues. After hearing you speak today, I wanted you to know I'll never ever do it again. I didn't understand what people were going through." This woman's bravery, her honesty, and her kind heart propels me forward. Thank you.